What's up everybody, it's CJ and I'm back with another Sims 3 speed build, and this is also a build request video. So a couple of days ago my mod Tiana reached out to me and was like, CJ, I have a build request for The Sims 3. And I was like, okay, sure, like just give me the information. I was asking questions. Basically, this build is for her brother who loves The Sims 3 as well. And he was looking for like a fight club kind of lot to download so his Sims, I guess, could fight. And he wasn't really finding anything that he liked. So Tiana asked me if I would, want to build it. And I was like, sure, why not? Like, y'all know me, I love building. And I've also done a fight club build for The Sims 4 about a year ago, so like I kind of just like the idea anyway. So that's kind of what we're doing today. Now I didn't really have a lot to go off of because I guess there was really no like requirement. Her brother has all the packs, all the store content, so I guess I could kind of just do whatever I wanted to. But the only like I guess request that I did have was wherever the fight stuff is, just make sure that it's mainly the colors of black and blue. And I was like, okay, I can do that. So needless to say, I was kind of torn between two different ideas for this build. It was either going to be what you see now, like a saloon, or like an abandoned factory where people fight, but my brain just kept going back to like saloon, do a saloon, CJ, do a saloon. So I'm doing a saloon today. Now, like I said, I didn't really have a request for like where this should be placed or where it should be built, so I'm building this in Appaloosa Plains because like this is the perfect place for a saloon. It's like a little rustic town. I don't really know where Tiana brother needs to have this place down. I don't really know like what world he's playing in, but I will say that this lot isn't really that big, so you shouldn't really have that many issues placing this down in most worlds because the lot isn't really that big. And also, if you do need to change something, feel free to, if something is not the vibe, just change it if you want to, like it's fine. But I wanted to kind of go for like a rundown kind of saloon that's kind of shady. Like the sim that owns this place is really shady. I also named this lot the Salt Lick because like, okay, it kind of has like a double meaning because like a lick or a licking is like, getting beat up. And then like a salt lick is because like, horses lick salt licks, and I guess cows also. So it kind of has like a double meaning, of course. And, we're in Appaloosa Plains, so there's going to be horses. Funny enough, there is no salt lick on the slot, so maybe I might place one down. But yeah, I just like the name the Salt Lick, So as you can see, it's coming together. So I feel like this is one of those kind of places where it's like by day it's a bar, by night it's a fight club kind of thing. But also, if you don't really know like what a fight club means, is it's based on like the movie Fight Club, if you ever seen it before, where like people go to fight. That's basically it. They go to fight. And you're not really supposed to talk about Fight Club. It's supposed to be a secret. So yeah, I feel like the residents in this town, a lot of them don't really know that there's a fight club here. It's more of like it's just a bar. Like, yeah, I go there sometimes. But needless to say, there's like a lot of fighting that goes on here. And I really just wanted this to be kind of run down because it just kind of fit the vibe. Now, I did not know at first like what to label this lot as. It's listed as a dive bar, but I wasn't really sure like what kind of bar it should be listed as because I didn't really know the differences between the bars in The Sims 3. Like, we have local watering holes, we have professional bars, dive bars, like there's so many different types. So at first I had it listed as a local watering hole because I thought it would make more sense for it to be listed that. But then when I looked up what actually that means in terms of the gameplay, I found out, now mind you, I'm going to read this off of the Sims wiki, by the way. So it says that the local watering holes attract vampires, slobs, party animals, and Sims that are hot-headed or brave, which is kind of the vibe, I guess, that I wanted to go for this lot. But when I was reading like on the article, I also found out that the dive bar was probably better suited for this lot type because the dive bar attracts athletic Sims, daredevils, party animals, and criminals. And I was like, you know what, that would be better suited for a place like this. I did use quite a bit of packs for this build. A lot of what I use though that isn't from an expansion pack is like store content, maybe like one plant or something or a light fixture from a different pack. But I would say like the majority of what you'll need will be late night, and you're gonna also need the pets pack. Luckily Tiana's brother has everything, and also too, big shout out to Tiana's brother because he does watch the videos, so thank you so much for watching. But yeah, Tiana said that he basically had everything for The Sims 3, so I was able to do whatever I wanted. But I will just say that if anyone wants to know like, CJ, what do you really need for this lot to function, you're gonna need late night for the bars, and then you're gonna also need pets because I use like a lot of stuff from the pets pack, and then anything else is like random store content. Like I used a massage table, there's the steampunk fish tank, so even if you don't have the other stuff, it'll just get replaced with something from base game, or it may not even show up at all. So just keep that in mind. But even if you don't have it, you should be okay. As long as you have, late night for the bars, you should be okay, and pets, obviously. So now we're like on the inside of the lot. Now, I knew that I wanted this to be rundown. As a lot of y'all know, I've been doing rundown builds lately. Like, a lot of my builds lately, like I said the other day, it was kind of giving trash week. Every build was kind of bad, right? And this one is no different. But this one to me makes a lot of sense, right? But either way, I was really just trying to make this slot look run down, you know, like it's been here for a long time. This is like a place that someone grandpa hangs out or somebody's uncle hangs out, you know, like it's just that old faithful place in town that everyone knows about. I really wanted that to reflect on the inside. So again, this is like a front kind of thing where it's like bar by day, fight club by night. I didn't really want to make it too obvious what's going on downstairs. So you'll see that there's two doors right here by the bar. One door leads to the bathroom. The other one will just say leads to the, you know, like the manager's office. You know, that's like what they tell everyone, right? So usually people don't question it. They're like, oh, okay, the manager, I see him go in and out of that door a lot. So they don't really question it too much. But yeah, it does lead technically to the manager's office, but it leads to some other places too. You know what I mean? But before we even get there, I'm trying to just place down a lot of bar stuff. So of course we have our bar. I used the dive bar or the sports bar object. I put a dartboard in here. We have an arcade cabinet. I also use, instead of using like regular tables, I'm using those bar stool tables from late night because one, those are kind of tall and you can put bar stools at them. They don't really take up that much space. Oh, and by the way, the bar stools that I use are from the movie stuff pack. You will need that stuff pack as well, but yeah. I wanted to use those because I like to put the cow print on them and like recolor it, and it kind of looks nice, like a little cowboy chair, you know? So yeah, I put a couple of those tables around here. There's also a jukebox because, you know, I gotta have a jukebox. And then I did find these like wall partition objects. They come from late night. I usually use them for bathrooms, like for urinals to kind of have separation, but I ended up putting a couple of those in here, like by the entryway, just to kind of give the tables a little bit of privacy and to kind of have like a little bit of separation from the front entryway. So there are like two little partitions in here. I'm also like cluttering up the place a little bit with some boxes. I didn't really know what to do with this back room because, like, okay, the other room, like this one right here, has a spiral staircase that will lead to like all the Fight Club stuff. So I didn't really know what to put in the hallway without like putting too much stuff, if that makes sense. So I put like some boxes, I put like a locker, there's some paintings on the wall. There's just not a lot going on in the hallway. And then I wanted to kind of make sure that I finished the bathroom before I went downstairs. So for the bathroom, there's two urinals and there's also a bathroom stall. And then, like I said, I put that little partition in the middle, and then I also put it over here. You'll probably see it in the screenshots, but I put a little partition in this room as well. The bathrooms, I really want it to look really nasty and like grungy and run down. Like, so you'll see that there's stains in the sink. There's stains on the urinals and in the bathroom stall. I used the same design on the countertops in the bathroom. I really wanted it to look really nasty, you know, and grungy, run down. I do like the color of the tiles though. Those are kind of nice, but yeah, I wanted it to look really grungy and run down. I deleted the big window that was in here for one that was smaller, and I put it off to the side because I wanted to have mirrors in here for like the sink and stuff. And it kind of sucks though because I wish that we had more broken glass mirrors in The Sims 3. We only really have one that I know of, and it's the one from late night, and it's nice, but it's only like one little mirror, so I had to put two together basically. I wish there was a swatch without the stickers because that would have been really nice to have, you know. And then, like I said, y'all, the bathroom stalls look really nasty. There's so many stains. Like, no one's cleaning this, you know. No one's really cleaning this bathroom, and it shows. It really does. So now we move on to the bottom section. So at first I didn't really realize that I did not make this black and blue. I was like reading my messages from Tiana while I was building it, and I was like, wait a minute, it needs to be black and blue. So the first thing that I did is that I knew that I wanted to have a dedicated fight area. Now the thing about this slot, like I said earlier, it is going to technically be a bar. So you can have Sims come down here to fight, obviously, but like, for example, the video I did for The Sims 4 with businesses and hobbies, with that pack, you can kind of decide how the customers act and what they do on the lot. In The Sims 3, you can't really do that, really, unless the lot type just has it built in. So like, for example, Sims won't autonomously come down here and start fighting, right? Maybe if you have a mod or something for that, but they won't do it on their own if you don't have a mod. So what you can do is you can make them come down here in this little like boxing ring, and if you have like World Adventures, you can have like Sims with the martial arts skills spar with each other, so you can have them do it that way. They can kind of like fight, or if you just have them both come in here and just fight normally like the base game way, that works as well. But just know that they won't autonomously come down here and start fighting. You may have some Sims come down here and start training with the martial arts post and the little board breaking object. I also put a couple of pull-up bars, so if you want to train, get some athletic skill, you could do that. But just letting you know, they won't come down here and just start scrapping out of nowhere. At least not without a mod or something like that. But yeah, they don't do it autonomously. But it would have been kind of cool if it did work that way, right? But I did make a little boxing ring. As you can see, I tried to really go with the black and blue kind of color scheme. There's still some gray and other colors as well. But I think for the most part, it's black and blue. If you do need me to change anything, let me know. I'll make it more black and blue if I need to. But I think it looks nice, right? I also put up a couple of these strongman posters, you know, some inspiration. I put up some like other posters that people have like did graffiti on just for some extra detail. And then I wanted to kind of have like some chairs, so like I could imagine Sims sitting down watching other Sims fight. So I'm using these from university. They're like the makeshift put together DIY chairs. So I put some of those down here and I recolored them, and I also put like one of the little chairs in the corner. So that's really pretty much it for like the downstairs. I just think it looks kind of cool, you know. It's not every day that you build something like this in The Sims, right? Like I've seen people do stuff like this before, but it's just not every day I see something like this. And definitely it's not every day when I build something like this, right? But I think in the end it all came together. Now for the last part of the building, we had some empty space, so I was like, why don't we just add something up here? So like I said earlier, this is like the boss's office, you know, like that door does technically lead to his office, but it leads to a hallway that has a ladder. So you have to climb up a ladder to get up here. So I knew, like, first and foremost, I wanted him to have like a dedicated office space, but then I realized that this room was so big, there was like a lot of stuff I could put. So I drew a wall. And you kind of have like a little waiting room, chill spot area before you get to his office. Like I'd imagine like if he has a meeting with people, you know, they'll like sit at the little like dedicated sitting area. But I feel like if he's just up here by himself, he could just get massages because there's a massage table. I put like a little record player. There's a fish tank in here too. You know, it's kind of cool to watch the fish swim around. So I kind of wanted him just to kind of have like more like a zen kind of area slash like officey kind of space, if that makes sense, you know, because like, you know, and it's got to be stressful, y'all, seeing all those people fight, you know. So this is more like a lobby area, chill area, if that makes sense. But in all, that's pretty much it for the entire build. I had a lot of fun building this one. Hopefully you'll like it, Tiana's brother. If you don't, or if there's something I need to change, let me know. I'll try my best to change it. And if any of y'all that download this lot want to change anything, feel free to. But anyway, I'm going to leave this build link down below. But thank y'all so much for watching. Please be sure to leave a like, comment something down below. Please follow me over on Twitch because I do stream a lot of The Sims. We literally are finishing up, at the time of me recording this anyway, we're finishing up on the Sims 3 100 baby challenge, and y'all, it was a struggle. But we are almost done. We only have 2 more Sims to age up and then I'm done. So we should be finishing up with that this week. But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like, comment something down below, follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, please be sure to stick around for the screenshots. But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this one, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye! Thanks for watching!